our Casuarna tree by Tordet. Who is the poet? Tordet. What is the name of the poem? Our Casuarna tree. What is the Casuarna tree? Casuarna tree is a kind of a tree. Who is the poet? Tordet. Here, our poet. This poem is the autobiographical poem. This poem is an autobiographical poem of the poet Tordet. It just shows the sentimental. It is also sentimental poem. It shows the sentimental touch with the nature and your friend. Once again, the lesson is called our Casuarna tree by Tordet, poet. Poetess Tordet. Poet means male poet. Poetess means female. Then Casuarna tree means Tordet. Casuarna, what is the Casuarna tree? A kind of tree. Here, it is an autobiographical poem of Tordet. It just shows the sentimental touch with nature and friendship. This poem has nearly, since it's introduced the poem, nearly 3 parts. First of all, she just describes about the Casuarna tree, its size, its appearance, its gigantic nature, and it stands there curiously. In this way, she just describes about the impressive thing of the Casuarna tree. Then secondly, she just describes about the nature which are surrounded, which are around the Casuarna tree. Example, a monkey is sitting on the top of the Casuarna tree. It looks like a statue. Then small monkeys are playing. Then kogilas. What do you mean kogilas? Kogilas are singing. Kogila means a sweet singing bird. Kogilas are singing. Then the poet see water lilies. Water lilies, monkey. In the way, she just describe the nature. But she looks on the nature through the casement of that house. Casement. CASTMENT. From the casement of the house, she looks all the beautiful things. Once again, I would like to begin from the starting from the beginning, that the type of the poem is our Casuarna tree. What is Casuarna tree? Casuarna tree is a kind of tree. The poet Tordet. The poet is called Tordet because it is an important for ERC. I told you, because without knowing the name of the poet or poetess, we can't write the ERC, and we can't get the full mark as it is. So we should know the name, the title of the poem and the poem and the name of the poet, Tordet. Here it is an Casuarna tree. Our Casuarna tree is an autobiographical poem of Tordet. It just shows the sentimental touch with the nature and human being. At first, she describes the Casuarna tree. It is a gigantic tree. Gigantic. Gigantic tree, very big tree, and it stands there heroically. Creepers, CREEPER, creepers, just strangling, I mean winding, strangling. STRANGLING, strangling, I mean winding, strangling like python, PYTHON. Python is Malay. Because here some creepers just strangling, winding on the Casuarna tree. It looks like these creepers look like python. Look like python. Here, important ERC is here. The ERC is called python. Python means Malay. Other in the Padangodigal, Casuarna tree, Padandu Poradu, எப்படி தெரியுதா? மலைப்பாம்பு அதை சுற்றி இருக்க மாதிரி தெரியுதா? ஸ்டாண்டிங்னு சுற்றி இருக்குது. இது இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் இயர். இதை கண்டுபிடிச்சு இதில் கீவேர்ட் இஸ் கால்டு பைத்தான். சம்பவ் it may be like this. It may like Python. Like is called simile. In Python there we can see sumorphism. ERC. Personification. Personification and important ERC. Personification means it is simile or sumorphism. This is O-O-M-O-R-P-H-I-S-M. Sumorphism. Personification. The figure of speech. What is the figure of speech? Python. If you just see in the question paper, the word Python means the creeper is compared to Python. The creeper is like Python. The figure of speech in this line is called sumorphism or simile. Or simile. S-I-M-I-L. Or simile. Don't forget. Then at first you see just to describe the tree that it is gigantic. It stands there curiously. Then creepers are strangling like Python. Then crimson color flowers are carrying. It is like scar. S-C-A-R-F. It is like scar. It is like scar. In this way, the tree looks very beautiful. Then the poet just watches all the things through the casement from that house. She sees monkey sitting on the top of the tree like a statue. Then small monkeys are playing. Then Kogila, a beautiful singing bird, he is singing. Cows, C-O-W-S. Cows are grazing. And water lilies also there. In this way, she just gives description about the beauty around the tree. Then she just tells about her. All she just calls back her childhood days when she was under the tree with her comrades, with her friends. At that time she with her friends played under the tree. Now her friends are no more. They are the abode of God. The poet also not in India. She is also somewhere like France or Italy. Even though she is not in India, she could not forget the castle tree. The tree also cannot forget her. It can easily contact because tree can speak or feel or feel. In this way, scientists also just give some evidence that trees can feel, tree can speak. Like the poet our Jordan also says that even though she is in India, she is in Italy or France, the castle tree just makes interaction with the poet with the other trees in France or Italy, because it just contacts with the other trees in France or Italy, and that tree just tells about the castle tree to the poet. In this way, then in the end, the poet just makes the castle tree as a greatest one. He just contacts, gives contact with Beartooth yew tree, which Beartooth yew tree. So this castle tree just says about Jordan's sentiment, and also it is an autobiographical poem of Jordan. Autobiographical poem means just says about her own life, because we know about this that she just romanced her childhood days. On those days, she would play with her comrades under the tree. But even though her friends are no more, or they she cannot forget them. Also the tree also cannot forget her. Even though she is not here, not in India, she is somewhere else, like France or Italy. But the tree just makes interaction with the poet always. The tree just makes interaction with the poet always. With the other trees in France and Italy and contact with the poet. Now the poet says that the poet want to make this tree as a proud one, as an important one. So she just makes contact with William Beaton Yew tree. William Beaton Yew tree. Y-E-W. She just says that my Casuarina tree is famous, but at the same time it is equal to William Shakespeare's poem Yew. In this way, she just makes her own poem as a greater one than the Yew poem of William Wordsworth. Then another important figure of speeches are there. The important figure of speeches are already I told you that the creepers are like python. Creepers are like python. It is a python is Malipam in Tamil. Python. If you see the word python in the question paper, also I use like sumorpism. But figure of speech is sumorpism. Are like it there. So we can just write the present because simile also. Just to see some important appreciation questions. Once again, I would like to repeat the poem because it is a Casuarina tree. The first step, the poet is ordered just to describe about the impressive appearance of the tree. Impressive appearance of the tree. Jaidanikon, creepers are strangling. Even though the creeper just tighten the tree, it cannot submit. It will stand erect, heroically. That much a big tree is the Casuarina tree. Some crimson flowers are there. Crimson flowers are there. It is like wearing scarf. In this way, the tree is very strong. The next, she just says about the beautiful nature under the tree. What is the under the nature or around the tree? What is the beautiful nature? A monkey sitting on the top of the tree. It looks like statue. Then small monkeys playing. Then Koila, a sweet singing bird, is singing. Then water lilies are there. Cows are grazing. In this way, all these things are watched by our poet through house catchman. C-A-S-E, catchman. She is watching. Then thirdly, she just calls back her childhood days. On those days, she would play with her comrades under the tree. Now her friends are no more. They are in the abode of God. Even though they are no more, she just roams them with the help of this tree. Also, tree just interacts with our poet. Even though she is not in India. Now she is in France or Italy. But this Casuarina tree just makes interaction with other trees in foreign country, and that country just contacts with the poet. This shows the poet's ability that she can make nature to speak. Nature to speak. Also important. Here, see, which tree, a creeper climbed in whose embrace bound no other tree could live. A creeper climbs is the important underlying point. To find out from which poem this line is called means the Catholic tree. If you see the word creeper, the words creeper climb means this is from Catholic tree by Toder. Which tree is revived in this poem are in the above line. The Catholic tree. Covered of the tree survived the tight cold of the creeper because the tree is very strong. So it has to survive. Survive means it escaped or it lives long. Even though there is tight condition by the creeper, the tree does not submit. It is stand erect. It is stand heroically. But covered of the tree survived the tight cold of the creeper heroically. Covered heroically because it is very strong. Then third question. Why does Toder use the expression a creeper climbs? Creeper climbing, the creeper is windingly go up on the tree or straddling. What is it? Straddling. Standing or strangling. What does Toder use the expression a creeper climbs? Toder uses the expression a creeper climbs to give the feel of a snake. To give the snake which is traveling. Moreover, any creeper is bound to climb using the tree as a support. No, there is no need. What does Toder use the expression creeper climbing? The creeper means butterfly. Just climbs on the tree like a python. That's all. The giant wears the scarf. Next underlying point. The giant wears the scarf. What is the giant wears the scarf? Giant means the castle tree. The big Kirai castle tree is called giant. Then scarf wears means the beautiful crimson flowers are hanging from the tree is called scarf wearing. And flowers are hung in crimson cluster on the bow. What is the keyword? Keyword here. Giant wheels. First one, creeper climb. Second one, giant wheel. Who is the giant here? Catholic tree. Why is the scarf colored? Because there are kinds of creepers are strangling or climbing on the tree. They have full of flowers, crimson flowers. So it is like scarf wearing. In fear trembling hope and death, the skeleton, and time the shadow, and thought, weak hours, that would the beauty pain, oh pain, regards. What is here? The word pain is here. F-I-N, pain, F-I-N. Pain means eagerness. Don't forget. This is the book back question, important book back question. Pain, F-I-N. Pain means eagerness. Eagerness. Fear, trembling, hope, and death, the skeleton, and time the shadow, and thought, weak the verse, that would they be to pain. What is my pain? Eagerness, oh pain, regard, may love depend, free from oblivion, curse. What does the poet mean by expression? May love depend thee from oblivion. Very important. From oblivion, curse. It means the poet means the love. The poet means that love should shield the tree. Shield means cover. Shield means cover. The love should cover the tree against the curse. Curse means all. Curse of forgetfulness. Oblivion curse means love. Love should cover the tree from the curse of forgetfulness. C-U-R-S, curse of forgetfulness. Then what is the expression pain? Pain means eagerness. Pain means eagerness. Third one. What is the poet conveyed through the expression? Fear, trembling. Fear, trembling, hope. Fear, trembling, hope. Fear would have on one's positive mind. Fear could have one's positive mind. That's all. Important opposite question. Then see important ERCs. Explain the ERC means explain the reference to the contact. What is the method of writing the ERC? What is the method of writing the ERC? ERC should be written with two paras. One is called the explanation. One is called explanation. First one is called contact. First one is called contact. 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 Then write this passage from casualty by Jordan. Then it will be margin. Then explanation. EX, PLA, NA, TA, Y. In this way, you should write contact this passage from casualty by Jordan. Then explanation. In this way, the ERC should be in two paras. First one is called contact, second is called explanation. Here see, deer is the casualty to my mind. One ERC passage. Here is, deer is the casualty to my soul. The poet says that the casualty is very dear to her soul. Very dear to her soul. Contact, you know about the contact. This passage is from casualty. Total. Explanation. The words dear to my soul highlights the influence and nearness of the casualty. The words dear to my soul, that the source, towards dearness and towards love towards casual tree, and the influence of nature on human being plays a great part in shaping individual casual tree, made its impact on the poet when she was young. Because when the poet was young, the casual tree carried a deep thought in their mind at that time. Then it is a tree's lament on airy speech. Very important. It is a tree's lament. We can easily find out this passage from where it is. We can easily find from where it is. Casual tree by Toadette. Because the tree's lament. Lament means sad. Lament means sad. Now the tree just worries about the absence of the poet under the tree, near the tree. Because now see our poetess Toadette does not go near the poet because she is not here. The casual tree just feels her absence, so it worries. Here see, the tree lament and feel for the absence of the poet. The tree communicates its feels to the poet through the other trees in other parts of the world. Already I told you, because the tree, this casual tree, though the poet is absent here, she just contacts with the other trees in the other world. The word Eri, E-E-R-I-E, Eri, E-E-R-I-E, Eri, add mysticism to his presence. That's all. The bondage of mother and daughter is painted impressively. The bond means the bond between mother and daughter, I mean the casualty and the poetic prudent is painted here, is stated here. The poet uses person being to telling about in the lines. It is not important. This line is not needed. It is the tree's lament on eerie speech. Means the tree laments and feels for the absence of the poet. The tree communicates its feels to the poet through the other trees in the other parts of the world. Then another year, unto thy honor, tree beloved of those who have been blessed to sleep, for I repose. Tree beloved of those. This keyword is there. What is the keyword? Tree beloved of those. Tree beloved of those. If you just find this keyword, tree beloved of those, as soon as you just come to conclude that this passage from our capital tree by Toddart. Here the poet reflects sadness. The poet reflects sadness. Unto the honor, tree beloved of these who have been blessed to sleep, for I repose. Here the poet just shows the sadness. The poet has lost their friends. The poet has lost their friends. Once they were together and played under the tree, now they are no more. The poet has lost their friends. She gets solace. Solace means ardor and inspiration by communicating with the tree. Even though her friends are not here, the poet just gets solace or comfort from the casual tree, because the tree can easily interact with her or communicate with her. The tree is the embodiment of her happiness to the poet. The tree is the soul. To the poet, the tree is the soul, because she gives Toddart gives importance to the casual tree. Like a huge python winding round and round, the rugged trunk indented deep with scars. Like a huge python. Like is called simile. Like is called simile. Or if python is there, means sumorphism. Sumorphism or simile. SIMILE, simile. Then a creeper climbs in whose embrace bound no other tree could live, but gallantly the giant wields the scar and prevails are hung. The creeper climbs. It is called imaginary. The person, the figure of speech is called imaginary, because here she says a creeper climbs in whose embrace bound. Embrace means he just hug the tree very tightly. Even though the embracement is very strong, the tree does not submit. It stands very strong there. The figure of speech here used is called imaginary. How can you find it out? A creeper climbs. What is the keyword? The creeper climbs. First one keyword like python. Second one, a creeper climbs. Third one, a grey buffoon. Sixth statue. Here metaphor is used. Because the grey buffoon is sitting on the tree, the poet says. It is called metaphor. Grey buffoon is called metaphor, don't forget. Grape opening is called metaphor. Grape opening is called metaphor. Then water lily, lily spring, like snow, yamak, like is here. So, simile is used. Like is here, so simile is used. What is that? Dull, like murmur, that I hear, like the sea, breaking on a single beach. It is also called, like is there, so it is called simile. What is the creeper compared here? Creeper is compared to python. Creeper is compared to the python. How does the creeper appear on the tree? Creeper in the marketla, the creeper wins, I mean strangles. Python like bear, crimson plumage. I mean having crimson plumage. That's all. Describe the garden during the night. How is the garden in the time of dark? Describe the garden during the night. The garden overflows with one sweet song, sung by Kogila, a sweet singing bird. Sweet song that seems to have no end during the night. How is the night occurring in the poet under the tree? Everyone can hear beautiful song from sweet singing bird. How does the poet spend their winter? In the time of winter, in the time of cold, how does the poet spend? The poet spends the time by seeing the grey baboon, which is sitting on the top of the tree like statue. Statue means statue. Then near the big baboon, I mean monkey, and the small monkey is also there. Name the bird that sings in the poet's garden. Poet's garden sing Paravika. What is the name of the bird? Koglas. What is the name of the bird? Koglas. Koglas is the name of the bird sing in the poet's garden. Who is the castle tree dear to the poet's garden? Very important. Who is the castle tree dear to the poet's garden? Because the castle tree is dear to the poet's garden as she is reminded of the companion and their love. Because the castle tree is very dear to them because of their companion and their love. She just remembers the companion. I mean her friends who just played with her in her childhood. I mean when she was young. The poet just thinks that the castle tree is very dear to them because she just remembers her friend of the childhood days and their love. Does nature communicate with the human being? Yes. Nature communicate with the human being. Can nature speak? Yes. It does communicate. If one gets a sense, nature can easily communicate with others. What was Beatrice sanctified in this way? What is Beatrice sanctified in this way? Because here Beatrice, the yew tree is mentioned. Here Beatrice, yew tree is mentioned. Castle tree, to whom Beatrice has sanctified the yew tree of Baroda in this way. Beatrice just explained yew tree, the Baroda of the well, because the castle he just the poet told it that makes the castle tree as a lively one by stating the tree of yew tree. Stating the yew tree by William Beatrice. To whom does Todd want to concentrate the tree memory? Todd want to concentrate the tree's memory to the dear soul. Concentrate the dear memory to a dear soul. The castle tree will be remembered forever. No one cannot forget the castle tree, or particularly the poet cannot forget the castle tree. Why? The castle tree will be remembered forever as it is a symbol of love, as it is a symbol of love. The love between the poet and their comrade. The poet and their comrade. And it is an embodiment, embodiment of Indian tradition and culture. The Kyathu tree just represents the love, not only love, the Indian tradition and culture. So this Kyathu tree is important to the poet. Now, I would like to say the poem from the fifth unit, poem from the second unit, Kyathu tree by Toder. Poem from the second unit. The poem, the Kyathu tree by Toder. It is an autobiographical poem. It is an autobiographical poem. The poet just shows the poet's sentiment. The poet's sentiment. How can you find the sentiment here? Because she just recalls her childhood days. Recalls her childhood days. And just romance. She just romance her friendship. When she was young. I mean, in her childhood days, she just played with her friends under the tree. Now the friends are no more. They are in the abode of God. They are in the abode of God. Even though they are not here, she can't forget. She can't forget her. Also, the poet also not here now. The poet also not here now. She is in somewhere else. Far off place. I mean, France or Italy. Even though she just interacts with the Kyathu tree. Because the Kyathu tree just interacts with the poet, with the other trees in the other countries. It just shows that nature can speak. Here, the poet gives importance to the Kyathu tree because it is our national culture and tradition and also love bound. Because it is the love between the poet, and the Kyathu tree. When she was very bored in the childhood days, she used to come here under the tree with her friends and they play. She just watches all the things through the cabin from the house. And she can just witness some beautiful nature under the tree. Monkeys are sitting on the top of the tree. They just look like statues. Then small monkeys are also there. They are playing. Then Kogila. What is the Kogila? Kogila, sweet singing birds. They are always there and make the poet very happy and the hearers very happy. Then water lilies also there. Then cows, COWS are also there. They just crashing. In this way, the poet just enjoyed their life. But she loses all the things now because she is not here. Also her friends who were with her in their childhood days were also not here. They are in the abode of God. The poet also not here. She is far away place. But the Kyathu tree just laments about or worries about the absence of the poet told us. But at the same time, this Kyathu tree, out of love, it just interacts with other trees in the world and make friendship with our poet. This shows the poet just say that nature can speak. That's all. That's the important here and appreciation question I told you already. Because if you just remember the keywords here and there, the appreciation question and the ERG means you can easily find out from which poem the ERG, from the which poem from this appreciation question is. Because we have 6 units and 6 poems. Some big poems are also there. Just confusion. They just confuse you. To avoid confusion, you should study. Don't study the long chapter. If you study the long chapter, means you can't keep it in mind. You can't memorize it. So you should make one or two words as key, and accordingly you should write the yes and after the question and also easily find out. Because the word which you study from this poem will not come in other poem or can't come in other poem. In this way you can easily differentiate what is easily differentiate one poem from another poem. One poem from another poem. The first poem is called Catch by Edwin Moore. It is the second poem. It is called Our Casual Tree by Toddler. Already told you. It is an autobiographical poem. It shows the sentiment of the poem. That's all. My dear friend, thank you.